This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so in today's session, first of all, I'll recap whatever we have covered till now, okay, and then I'll show you the process, the master data which we have covered in last session, and the KDS, key data structure, which we need to prepare and how we need to configure in the system. I'll cover that first, then I'll proceed for the next process of appropriation request, okay. So in our previous session, we understood this is our program definition. This is based on my years, financial year, you can say. So I'm saying here it's for 2020, and within that I'm having top level position, okay, and within that I'm creating next level of positions, okay. So I'll say here like this. I'll open the same program structure and system, and I'll correlate with that. Okay, so here
2021, okay.
Yeah, 21, but actually I was getting some issue in that. I have created another one. Okay, so I'll follow with the same. 1 second. Let me log in into system. Okay, and that system actually was that system was slow, so I'm using the same system which I have shared with you. Okay, so here this is my system. Now I'll see the structure which we have created here, investment management. Go to programs, go to master data in the program. Program definition we can see here if you want to create change display, but when you want to see the structure, whole structure, go into IM23. Okay, and if you want to change, go to IM22. So let me go into IM22 if we need to change anything. So I have created one investment program, and program type I have used here, this one, N100. Okay, this is my utility 2020. So this is the program which I have created, and position I'm entering the same. So this is the structure which I have created. I'm considering my departments. Okay, just correlate with that department straight away. So this is my one company, my utility. Within that, I'm having 3 different departments: power generation, power transmission, and maintenance. And within power generation, I'm having another department, project department and operation department. I can say these are the sections, okay, which are doing they're dedicated. There are different type of projects, okay. So here in my example,
Ram,
when I'm drawing here, yeah.
Ram, can you back that screen, SAP screen?
1 second.
So can
Yes.
you? No, the same. Just enter.
Hello, sorry, Ram. This is Boom here. This is my first class. What are you? I know what are you taking topic?
Boom, actually this is the first class, and we covered only very basics. Okay, that is already recorded, that session. You just try to understand the scenario today, okay, and I'll share my previous recording with you. Before next session, you just go through both the recordings, okay, and if you are having any doubt, I'll take it separately. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Here that
I think the recording was
my
shared
company.
already to you, right?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Here my query. This utility is equal to my company code. Example.
No, don't correlate with the company code as of now. It is not parallel to company code. You can see it's a program in the same company. You can have the different programs, but you are right that also you can consider similar to the company code, same in a same legal entity. You can have one program for a year.
Okay.
Right. So
that utility I'm creating where match to where that master data definition, Ram.
Yes, master data definition. This is my master data definition.
Ah.
And within that definition, I'm having first level of position. I'll write it here. I'll correlate exactly what I'm doing
Yeah,
here.
yeah. That
Okay.
plus if you done that is better. I think you're understanding.
Yeah. Same example I'll show you. So my utility is considered, it's a my utility. And within that, this is the first level of, can you mute please? First level of position. And within that, I'm having power generation. Or I'll say here, okay. This is a power transmission. Okay, and another one I'm creating here for maintenance. Power maintenance. Okay, so let's say I'm taking an example here. Yeah, so this is the program definition which we have created. Okay, I'll say here program definition. Okay, and this is a first level of position. Program position level 1, or I can say it's a top level.
You always have to have this top position, okay? It's mandatory to have this.
Yes, it's mandatory. You cannot ignore it. It's not like how we are having the WBS structure. In WBS, we are having a choice to keep at a multiple WBS level element at first level, but here we have to have created top level position. So this is a level 1, I can say program position level 1. This is also level 1, and this is also level 1. Let's consider within that power generation, we are having two different departments or sections, I can say. There is a project and another is a operation. So what exactly they are doing? Project is doing the project execution and operation is working on continuous processes. So it means if you consider the project means here the capitalization means investment. So here I can consider the project OPEX amount I can consider in my, sorry, the CAPEX amount I can consider in project department. So fund wise, if you are correlating with fund wise, like where exactly my CAPEX and where I need to keep my OPEX, generally how company used to plan their funds. They used to plan in CAPEX and OPEX terminology. So here, whatever the projects I will do, that is my capital, and whatever the projects or the processes where I'm putting my amount, that would be considered in OPEX. Okay. So this is the same structure I am having here. Go to power generation, project department and operation department. We are having two department within power generation. So now question comes when we are planning. Okay, let's say this structure is ready. Okay, and when this structure is ready, we can do the cost planning or budget planning in two ways: means top to down or bottom to top approach. As I explained earlier in my previous session, that we can have some amount here and we can distribute it to its next level of positions, and then I can distribute it to my whatever the proposal or object measures which I'm saying here measure. So whatever the measures I am assigning it to my last level of position, okay, that same amount can be distributed, or I can ask to my individual departments to submit their proposal. Based on that I can calculate it. Okay, so we'll go one by one. We have seen
one question. Now you are power generation, you mentioned that program position level 1, but project is sub level of level 1, or how do you mention here?
Project, I'm coming on that point. I did not explain anything about project.
Okay.
See, this is also position, this is also position. As of now, we are in IM only. Project, I'll let you know where exactly you need to assign the project. So quickly to answer your question, you can assign 3 different measures to any positions in the IM program structure. First is the appropriation request. Okay. Second is WBS, project WBS. Okay. And third one is internal order. So these are the 3 different measures. This is your interview question also. Internal. What are the measures we are having in IM where we can capture our proposal or project requirement? So here it will be like this.
And
You can
maintenance,
assign all 3.
okay, sir, maintenance orders too, no?
Yes, let me, you are also correct. I can say to project, you can do that. But here, if you are taking in different processes, you can capture your maintenance in project also. That is also possible. Like if you are not going for your delay and all, so in that case, if it is a facility related maintenance, you can capture within a project. So I'm saying here 3 different measures you can assign here. Okay, now let us see when we were creating a program, okay, what was the key data structure we were using. Okay, so we have already discussed the process. We have seen how we can create this complete program structure. Now we are moving to understand the key data structure. Key data
Rama,
structures are the profiles of the, yeah.
yeah, Gopi here. So maximum how many levels we can go? Like as per me, now we went to project and operation. Still, I can go for another level. Something as
You
per
can
me,
go,
if you see
but
project generation and project and operation, like that, I can go for a number of levels or.
best recommended go to till 5th level only, not more than that.
Okay,
Okay, you
but
can go
we
more
can
than
go.
that. As per your coding mask, you can go further, but it is not
No,
recommended to go more than 5.
not in WBS. I'm asking Rama. In here, if you see the power generation is the program position level 1, the project department is the level 2. So if I want to go to level 3, is it possible?
Yeah, you can go.
The
You can go till 4th level, level 6, 7, possible.
Okay. And per year, how many investment program we can use? Only one program or many?
Depend on your company strategy. You can create any also. But here
Yeah.
I'm taking example where I'm having one company as a legal entity and I'm creating one program only for
Okay.
my that company.
So the best practice is we have to recommend to the client one program per year. Am I right?
Better.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So here we have seen how we can create a program definition. Here we have created definition. This is a top level position, and within that we have created the next level of positions, then further level of positions. This is the last level of position I have created. Can you mute please? Yeah. RJ, who's RJ? Yeah, please. Okay, thank you. So here when we were creating a program, that time we were selecting program type. Okay. And when we were creating a positions, okay, that time we were choosing some coding mask to define the code of position. Okay. Apart from that, when we are navigating different fields here, investment reason, priorities, scales, role in hierarchy, all these are my KDS, key data structure. Okay, person responsible, organization unit, whatever the organization structure I'm having, it has to be mentioned here. And here depreciation, simulation data, and user field. So different key data structure you have to manage in your implementation project. So when you are going for any implementation project in requirement phase, you need to understand what exactly business want to see in a particular object. So when you are coming, let's say in the position, okay, so if they want to see the investment reason, because based on this field value, we are getting some reports. So you can ask them to provide all possible relevant data, okay, which you need to maintain in the configuration. So the data which you required for configuration and the profile which you are creating for the configuration, we used to call it as a KDS, key data structure. Okay, you may like see this same terminology in different documents in your requirement or wherever you are studying some SAP documents. Okay, so in my case, here we have created only two objects till now. First is the investment definition, program definition, and second is a position. So let us see what exactly we have used there. So this key data structure will be part of your BBP. In business blueprint, you have to include what are the different values of different field, means the keys you are going to use. So when you are coming to the program, investment program definition, go to display, let us see. We were selecting program type. So we need to create this profile in configuration. Okay, and apart from that, person responsible we were selecting. So there is a table which we need to maintain in the configuration. Okay, fiscal year variant, it has to be created. Currency, it has to be there already somewhere in the system, right? So the fiscal year variant and currency, it will be available in a standard system or that will be created by the FI guy. But you need to create program type here. Yeah.
Currency coming from where? Whether it's controlling area currency or company code currency? Or we can manually enter.
This is coming. No, it has to be aligned with your fiscal year variant.
Oh, fiscal year based on a company code, then company code currency here?
Yeah. Correct.
One question now.
You are not selecting company code, you are selecting controlling area here. Okay, there's a controlling area.
Rama, one question here. My controlling area currency INR. My project is running on USA. I want to estimate the investment is whether it will be, can I start one company there or not? That is my investment I can put or not. So for that, I want to do this process. How do you suggest that? That time will be the currency, USD currency, or will be INR currency?
See, here you can go for the conversion, but it is very early stage to discuss this type of question. Let us go forward. Let us understand the process first, because if we are navigating, if we are going in this type of questions, our process steps may be stuck.
Okay, I am
so let us understand the process. Yeah. So what do? You just make a questions. Let us complete 2-3 sessions, because understanding has to be clear how the process is going. Then we can discuss how the currency conversion is happening, on what basis we are creating. It's dependent on the company code or controlling area, because a few things are very new for other participants.
Okay, Ram. Thanks so much. Okay. I will note down, then I will take that.
Yeah, please. So here, let us see this where exactly we can find the configuration system. To see the configuration, go to SPRO, go to details. Here, you come. Investment management. Okay, so here you will see the investment program, you will see the appropriation request, you will see internal order as investment measure and investment project as investment measure. So these two different nodes, internal order and project, will be given in a different respective area. So internal order is a part of controlling and project is a part of PS. Okay, so the setting is only given here where you can do directly, otherwise same nodes, same settings you will get in the PS course also. Okay, so this relevant area we will discuss once we'll move into the PS, but here we are going to cover investment management, investment program, and appropriation request. So we are coming here to create investment program type. You click here, go to master data. Okay, this is the profile which we need to configure here. Define program type. So here, this is the program type which we are using here. NLM investment program type. Okay, you select it, you double click here, you will see the different settings. Okay, so this is the investment program type, is the main profile to which the different profiles has been assigned. Means it is controlling the different functions based on the different profiles. So here you will see the budget profile, plan profile. So my budget will be controlled based on the budget profile which I'm entering here. Plan profile, my planning will be controlled based on the plan profile which I'm entering here. Status profile, if I want to use the status profile, I can add here status profile. This is the represent of capital investment program positions in graphic hierarchy. So this is a technical, if you want to see how you want to see the measures in a graphical hierarchy. But for us to important here, the object class. In investment project, the object class has to be selected as INVST, investment. Okay, so we are having these 4 different type of classes: investment, overhead, profit and analysis, and production. In investment project, it has to be considered as investment. Cost project, it will be selected as a overhead. If we are using profitability analysis, COPA, in that case it will be selected profit analysis. And if it is going to be integrated with your production system where you are having in-house production, in that case you select the production. We don't have any direct impact in IM or PS of these object classes. These classes will be used in my CO for the different analysis perspective. Okay, but here we need to only select the relevant profile here. Okay, object class here, that's it. Investment profile, I'll come to here. What is that? Budget distribution overall, I'll explain in my next topics. Assignment measure. Okay, this is the option where you can restrict in the system to assign only single measure, because if you go to the positions, there are 3 different measures you can assign: internal order, appropriation request, or WBS element. So you can restrict here to assign only one investment measure there. Okay, so you can restrict from here. Assignable operative objects. So you click here. Oh, so these are the assignable object which are available in the positions which is under this program type. So appropriation request and order and WBS element. If you go here, let me take you back here in IM22. So this is the position. If you click here, it will take you to the position. Okay, IM22. 1 second. Yeah, once you are clicking on last level, you see here allowed measure. Okay, so you are getting these options: WBS, order, appropriation request. Okay, or when you are coming here, you are getting assignment, what assignment you want to do. So here you need to define in the system what are the different objects which you are permitting to assign here in your position. So you can delete if you don't want to use in your process. Let's say if you don't want to use order, you can delete it here. System will not allow to assign order here on your position. So this is a validation. Okay, and next is allowed values for certain master data field. You come here, define person responsible. You can maintain a list of the person responsible here. So when you are going in investment program, you are getting a long list there. Okay, this is the list which is maintained here, and you can maintain as per your requirement. In some of organization, here in place of this code, they used to keep HR number. Okay, HR number, your employee ID number, so that they can easily correlate it. Okay, like how it is captured here in office user. Office user means it is a SAP user ID. Okay, so here you can maintain HR.
One question. So I need to input the SAP user ID, okay?
Yes, yes. Or you can enter employee ID. Let's say your employee ID is S0. Sorry, let's say it's a 1345. So, okay, and your user ID is, let's say, SUR001. So SAP, SAP office user ID. So it should be available, then only it will be possible to enter here. Okay, so here this responsible person ID can be your HR master ID, or you can say employee ID, so that you can easily correlate. But in standard system will not validate with your HR master data. Okay, you can do the enhancement, it is possible. You can directly take other values based on your HR master. Okay, come back here. Define reason for investment. So when we are going in position here, so we are selecting investment reason. Here it is showing us these 4 options, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us see, these are the 4 options. I'll say here, I'll add some more option. Let's say 50 is my capital project. Okay, and 60 I'm seeing enhancement improvement project, or efficiency improve, you can say. So now these 2 more options will be available here in my investment reason, capital project, improvement project. Next is define priorities. You can define your priorities here. Okay, highest, urgent, normal, low, medium, high, very high. So as per your business process, you can define, and that values will be available here on my position. Now next is define a scale. Scale means you can define the scale.
The purpose of defining the low, medium, high. What is the purpose of that? Defining the priority.
See, here don't correlate with the priority which we are selecting in the notification. Okay, PM notification, we are having a automatic date calculation based on the priority, right? But here in IM, it is only for information purpose, so that my approver or the people who are working for this project, they can prioritize to see the details or to take it forward. So this is only the purpose here. There is no automatic date calculation. There is no other validations based on this priority. Okay. Next is define a scale. Scale you can define in a different perspective. Here in technical perspective, let's say how much difficult to achieve it, okay, technically, or based on the amount of investment. So here we have taken with reference to the amount of investment up to 100,000, investment up to 2 million, investment over 2 million. So similarly, we can have the scale. The main purpose to keep a scale here. Yeah.
This flag detail display, what is it for?
Detail display here, if you are selecting, it will available there. Detail will be there available in your appropriation request or the position.
So I need to input in any place the information I need to be detailed, okay? A test or some more explanation about the scale.
I'll show you here, 1 second. I'll show you here. Let me check it. Okay, in one places you can see the details. Here it is showing only the investment over 2 million, but the total amount it is not showing here. Somewhere in a report or in some field it will be used. Okay, I'll take it. I'll show that. Okay, next is user field. User field, if you see in the position, okay, or in the program, you are having a fields to enter the different information. But sometimes if you are having some additional information for that, any dedicated or any defined field is not here in my object, you can add as a user field. Okay, so here in the standard system, the SAP has given a different provision. If you see, if you click here in user field 1, it's a text field. If you select here, It's a, I think, value field where we need to maintain the values. User field for quantity, we can, if you want to capture some quantity in any additional field, we can enter here, and unit we can select here. Similarly, currency we can enter here, and this is a date field. So let's say date is not given here, it is given only valid start and valid finish date. I will say I need to add one field here, that investment start date and investment, let's say the valuation date, for example. So I'll change the description of this field. Okay. Okay, and it will be available to select here. So what we can do, you come here, go to enter short descriptions for user field, you select it here, and let's say I want to change my ninth field. So all fields are given in the sequence here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I want to change my ninth field, for example. So you come here and you change the short field label. So I'm saying here I'll say here, let's say investment start. Okay, let me see here only this one. I need to short the length. Okay, so when we are saving, system is asking us to create a transport request. So we can create a transport request here. ZIM practice. I'll say create KDS data for IM. So transport request created. Now let us see what changes we can see here in my positions. You double click here. It's not change. Let me come out completely. IM22. One second, please. I think I need to change the other descriptions also. Start date. Heading I need to change. Short description I need to change. Let us see here how it is appearing. Yeah, so now you can see start date, it is changed. So there is no need to create any enhanced field here on the object. It's already available in standard, just you need to use as per your requirement. So for example, in user field 1, it's a text field. I want to capture some consultant information, or let's say some other information relevant to my text. So I can make a changes here. I'm saying here consultant. Okay, I'll say consultant. Consultant name. So now if you see here in IW22, sorry, IM20. Go to user field, now it's changed. So you can enter here name, let's say, okay, likewise, you can use all this. Okay, and these checkbox also you can use. Let's say if you want to say, if you want to define some checkbox here, based on the checkbox, you can access the authorization also. So I'll let you know how you can proceed with the different requirement here. But I hope This part is clear. KDS is clear here, right?
Rama, one question. This currency we already maintained in the program, investment program. Here also the user exit currency field is there. What purpose we can use that currency field?
Where?
The user field.
Here?
Here is currencies we are there, and user field also currency field is there. So if you different currency we can use here, or how it is we can use this field.
See, this currency, let's say if you want to enter some amount, okay, let's say you are saying some amount, for example, I will show you here. This is a seventh field. I'm saying this amount, let's say I'm saying total budget, for example. It is just I'm giving you example. Just try to correlate it. Okay. Sorry, I'm saying total budget. Okay, so what I'm saying here, the total budget for this position, I'm not going to directly plan in the transaction. Here in object itself, I'm entering only for information purpose. Don't correlate with the planning. Okay, I'm saying it's just value. So what I can do here in my object itself, I'm having a provision to enter the values also. Okay, here I can say total budget. I'm saying total budget is 40,000 and currency I'm saying here INR. This currency is nowhere relevant to my currency which I'm using here. Okay, it is not being validated. It's only for information purpose to keep your data. But if you want to keep any validation and all, you need to do the enhancement here. It's only for information purpose. This data is nowhere integrated as of now, but you are having a choice. You can go for the enhancement. Clear?
Can we use these user fields in any of the reports to fetch the data?
That's why it is given here. This is a standard field. It is available already in your standard reports. And apart from that, there is no need to create any Z field in your table. It is already available. If you want to see the detail, technical detail, you keep your cursor here, press F1 and go to here. You will see the details. So table is IMPR and field is USR06. So if you want to see this field, go to transaction. Go to transaction.
So these user fields are statistical.
Statistical. Yes, you can say it's only for static information. You can say.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the table IMPR where you can check this detail. I'll explain the table and all, but process. Let us close the process. Okay.
Yeah, Rama, the purpose of scale, can you explain one more time? Scale, what is the scale use, and using that, how we can control something? Scale.
See, scale is only for information purpose here. Let's say if you are having a different kind of investment, you are having a small investment, you are having a big investment. How you will segregate your investment, right? It is the based on whatever the amount you are planning. That is the one thing where you need to get somewhere in your reports. But if you want to see, let's say, major and minor kind of investment, so you are saying in your definition minor projects are those projects in which I am doing the investment of 20 million, and whatever the projects, if I'm going for 20 million USD, these are my major projects, right? So because I'm selecting that field here in my reports, I can directly select that scale to understand that how many projects, how many positions where I'm doing the investment for minor projects. That is the purpose here.
Rama, that validity from financial year, what purpose we are using here? The responsible person, the town one field is there. This.
See, better to proceed with the process, please, because see, if I'm going to explain like this, so we will not be able to.
No, the investment program we created 2020. Here is validity from who is there. So what purpose we are using?
Why I'm saying, because there are lots of fields are available on a single screen message, lots of. So to explain every field is not possible. We have to go in the process along with understanding the relevant areas. Okay. So as of now, the validity from is not relevant. It is not fitting as per my business process, but yes, we can define here validity from which date to which date you want to defining the validity. For example, this approval year is 2020. Okay. So you can define the validity here. Okay, so system only will capture the data for these 2 years, 2020 and 2021. But again, I'm saying here there is no validation. It's again static information. Okay. So let us move with the process. I'll capture. You do one thing. You let us proceed with the process, and you do the practice. You whatever the questions you are having, you keep it with you. I'll answer all together. Okay. So we were here. We have gone through. Let me come back here. Yeah, so here define short description for user field. So here we are defining the description from 1 to 12, but for 13 and 14, SAP has given a separate place to enter the values. So if you come here for 13 and 14, user field, what is my 13 and 14? It is not given here. Okay. 1 second. Sorry, there's a 3 and 4. I'm sorry. So here 3 and 4, okay, these are the field. Let's say here in 3 and 4, along with the description, you can maintain the values also. Okay, for example, this is a maintenance, okay, maintenance position, and I'm saying here type of maintenance. Okay, let's say, let me say here third field type. Okay, so here in this position, type of position, but here type of position I need to enter it here, right? System is checking values. So what we can do is, in SAP system they are providing to maintain the values here also. So go to the define user field 3 and 4, go for 3 and maintain the values here. So let's say I'm saying ZPM01 internal maintenance, and here's I'm going for external maintenance. So I have maintained the values, and these two values will be available here now. Right. So this is very good provision given here. You no need to go for any enhancement. Okay, any ABAP coding and all. You can maintain everything here. Okay, same thing you can maintain for field 4 also. You can use as per your requirement. Clear?
What's the level of this alteration? It's for the client level or for the company code level?
What this program?
Yes, the option, for instance, you put two options in field 4. Every investment program will access those information, or how is it done?
It's client level. You cannot restrict based on the program type. It's not influenced by any program type. It's global. Okay, so we have to be very careful to use global field.
Yes. Otherwise, we're gonna have a lot of options in this field, and it will be a mess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Next is system status and user status. Okay, let me see here in my configuration. Okay, user status and system status. Let us understand what is system status and user status here. Okay. Yeah. So when we are creating any object in SAP, okay, or when we are executing any transaction, system is setting some status with reference to that object. We used to call it as a system status, means it is already defined in the system and we can't influence them. Okay. So there is example, let's say if you are creating a project, okay, I'm taking a PS project example, but here also it is the same. In my positions, you go here, this position. If you go to the system status and user status, you click here. Okay, here it is showing me CRTD. CRTD, when we are creating my positions, automatically system is setting the status. System status is CRTD. Okay, so here you can see these all are the system status in left side and right side. Once we are selecting the status profile, you will get it here, all the options of the status. Okay, and why we need a status exactly, that also I'll explain. But let us see what is the system status, what is the user status. So system status, basically it is well defined, already defined, and when you are performing the transaction, system is set on the object. So let's say it's your project or your Apple, it's your position. Okay, so when you're creating it, it will set to CRTD. Okay, this is status. I'm saying it's a system status. So when this status is set to CRTD, this status will have some influence on my transaction. Means you can execute some transaction and some transaction you cannot execute. Okay. So always it is with reference to the transactions control. Influence on transaction. I'll give you a very good example here. Let's say when you are creating a project. Okay. When you are creating a project, that time system is system status CRTD. Okay, and project is just created. You don't want to post any cost. You just want to restrict to post any cost in my project until unless the project manager is not approving it. So I can have a validation in system. System will not allow to post any cost until we are not releasing that project. So it means until unless we are not setting status from CRTD created to release, system will not allow to post any cost with reference to that project. Similarly, we are having the options here in position also. Okay, so it means first it was CRTD, then it will become a release, REL. Okay, then if we are closing it, it will become a CLSD. So based on the transaction which we are performing, system is setting one status to my object. Based on that, business transaction is being controlled. That is the concept here. Similarly, we are having user status. This was the system status. User status you can create as per your choice. Okay, and accordingly you can control the transaction, but you have to set it manually. For example, let's say whenever you are creating any position, okay, this is the position, and before going for further planning, this position should be approved by some manager. Okay, so I'm saying when I'm creating a position, I'm saying the status should be CRTD, or I'm saying let's say CRT1. So to define the code is my choice. As a user, it's my choice. I'm saying it's a, or I'll say ready, REDY, ready, for example. After this status, as a subordinate, I'll submit it for approval. So I'll say send for approval. Okay, then my manager will get it, and when manager is approving, then only my system should allow to go forward. So whether I can approve it or I can reject it. So I can create a sequence of status here where my first status will be ready, then next will be sent for approval, third will be approved or reject. If I'm approving, then only system will allow to assign the measures, and if we are saying reject, system should not allow to assign any measure to this position. Okay, So this is a position and these are the user status. So scenario is clear here. What I'm going to do?
Rama, I have a question here.
Yeah.
In user status, like we need to set it manually, or through workflow these statuses will be changed.
We need to set it manually. You can trigger a workflow mail in system
Okay.
as per your requirement through enhancement. Okay, it's
Okay.
not available in standard. Okay,
Mhm.
so my main
Okay.
purpose to trigger one event to send a mail from here to here, then here to here. Okay, so we can have a
Okay.
provision here. But based on this, I can control the transaction. Let us see how it happens generally in system. So when you
Rama,
are
one
defined, yeah.
in system status, as you said, in CRTD status, cost not allowed to book in the system. In a real case, if we start the project, the customer advance is coming. So before start,
I'll come that point, sir. Actually, that is a business relevant example. Okay, and
okay,
that is a hard and fast. You cannot post any actual until unless the object is not released. It is applicable for all object in the SAP, whether it is a plant maintenance order, it is a network order, or it is a WBS element. Whatever the object, which is a cost object, which is capturing the cost, until unless you are not releasing, system will not allow to post the cost. It's universal in system.
okay.
Okay, I'll business, how you need to handle it. I'll address that question. Okay. So here we are concentrating here how we need to understand the user status profile. So if you see here in my here I can see the status profile option. If I'm assigning the status profile option here, I'll get some status here. Okay, so let me create one status profile in configuration, then I'll come back here to assign it and we will see what happened exactly. Okay. So come to specify status profile here. RJ, can you mute please? RJ, who's RJ? Can you 1 second please? Rathore. Okay, so here we can create a status profile. You come here, create a status profile. Let's say it's the name of ZPO001 position. I'm saying position status profile. Maintenance language is English. EN, go to continue. This profile is here. Let me save it. Okay, double click here. It will take you here. Okay, so here if you see in my example, this example, I have defined the sequence. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in system also we have to define the sequence, and we need to define the range to move from one status to another status. For example, if I'm saying this is a 10 number, let me say this is a 10 number, and let me say this is a 20 number. So sequence I'm defining here. There's a 10, there's a 20. Okay, this is a 30, and this is a 40, for example. So this is a status sequence. Okay, so we can have a flexible switching here. Let's say if you want to directly switch from ready to reject, or if you want to directly go from ready to approve, you can go. Or if you want to go from sent for approval to approved and reject, same time you can go. So we need to define the range to reach from one status to another status. For example, if I want to reach from ready to reject it here, this status has to reachable till 40, means I have to define the range here 10 to 40, so that I can jump directly from 10 to 40, right? 10 to 40 I can jump, but in that case I'll be able to jump to 20 or 30 also, because it is coming in between of that. So you need to consider your best scenario. I'm taking straightforward scenario where you are going from ready to send for approval, and from send for approval you can go to approved or reject. So let's say here I'm saying I'll move from 10 to 20 only, means ready to send for approval. But in send for approval, I'll have provision to move either to select approved or to reject. So it means if I'm select 20 to 40, so 30 is coming in between of that range, it means I can move either to approved or to reject it. I'll show you in the system how it is happening. You come back, let's say this is a 10. I'm saying REDY, ready. So I'm saying it's a ready, and next 20 is sent for approval. So sent for AP. So the code, 4-digit code only you can keep here. Sent for approval. And 30 is APRD approved. 40 is REJC reject. Okay. Now we need to define the range. So as per our practice, we will go from 10 to 20, means 10 is lowest and 20 is highest. So it means I can jump from ready to send for approval only. And this is my initial status. So I have to select it initial. And from 20, I'll move to 40 so that I'll cover 30 also. So 20 to 40. And if it is approved, then system should not allow to move anywhere. Means it is approved. My process should be stopped there. So it means if I'm 30, my system should stop here only 30. Similarly, if it is rejected, system should not allow to go anywhere. Select 40 and 40. Press enter. Okay, so your status sequence and status lowest and highest level is ready now. Now you need to assign it to object type. Object type means for which object you can use this status profile. The way of creating a status profile for all the object is the same. Means for WBS, for internal order, for network order, for maintenance order, for positions, appropriation request. The way of creating the status profile is the same. Only you need to assign it to particular object type, so that system will understand and will keep this profile available on that object. So go here, object type, and you need to come here, program position. Can you mute, please? Investment header, investment program I'm getting here. Okay. Okay, actually only program will be there, I think. Position will be there because it is taken from that same. 1 second. Okay, so I have defined, saved, come back.
Rama?
Yeah.
So here, shall be correlated with system status along with the user status. For example, I'm releasing the position ID. The same time, the status of the user status, it should go to ready.
You can do.
So
you can do. So I'll come for that point. You double click here. Let's say this is your first status and you want to control some transaction here. You double click here. You will get this screen. You click here. You will get all the transactions available here for this object. So whatever the transactions you are getting, it is coming based on the object type which you have selected for this status profile. So system is giving you choice here. Budget return, you want to set somewhere for budget return. Let's say allowed, warning, or forward. So if you are saying here forward, system will not allow to return the budget for this status. If you are saying budgeting means system should not allow to do any budgeting for this status. System will not allow to go into that transaction if this status is set. For example, I'll select this. I'll say it's a forward. Okay, lock release system should not allow to release until I'm not approving, for example. So I'm saying in this status, system should not allow to release also. Okay. One second. Okay, not active. Okay. So here I have selected release. Okay. And here I can select it automatically also if I'm saying here set and allowed, system automatically will set to release. I'll give that example in my next. Okay, so let's say if I'm saying approved, when I'm saying approved, that time system should release automatically. So I'll say allowed and set automatically.
Rama, these fields are coming from the investment program. We initially we selected that come from this field from investment program.
Right.
Okay.
So it means whatever the object you are selecting based on the transactions you will see here. So for WBS it will be different, for project definition it will be different, for network order it will be different. It is based on the object. So these are the transactions which we can include, which we can execute on investment program. So these are the only given here. So let me show you in the system how it used to work. I'll select this status profile. I'll go to the program directly and we'll show you here. One second, please.
Rama, that status profile, we no need to maintain that authorization code. There is one option is there.
It has to be maintained. It has to be maintained. It's based on the authorization code also. You can define the authorization, which person will be allowed to change which status. Go to the master data and go to investment program structure, program definition, go to change. This is my program definition. One second. Sorry, go to IW22. Sorry, IM22. Let's see, this is a maintenance. Okay, go to user field. Sorry, use system status, user status. Why this is not coming open? Because it is not entered in investment program type. One second, please. So the status profile which you have defined here, it has to be entered in program type here. Go to program type. And this is a program type selected. Status profile. One second, please. I'm getting some issue here. Assign status profile to program type. Okay, these profiles are restricted to use status profile. That's why I'm not getting here. I'll explain that. Okay, that is a further next step where we need to do some control to get this active. Okay. So here I'll show you for one program type by assigning the status profile here. The things are the same, only you need to correlate it. So MEX1, I'll create one program here and I'll show you how it used to work. Okay. So to see that,
Rama, it means once the program is created status, once the program is in created status, it is not possible to assign the user status.
not exactly. Actually, there are some program type restrictions. I'll come for that point. Okay, there is a setting there which we need to keep available in the system to activate that.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so in the next session I'll cover it. So we need to create one program definition here. Let's see, it's for test status program type for which we are understanding it. This is the max1, max1. Okay, testing K4 currency USD. Save it. I'll create first level positions here. Go to investment positions, create top level position. Okay, maintenance. Go to change here. So go to system and user status. You click here. Now you can see it's available. Status profile is coming from my program type and it is available in my positions. So the way of understanding is the same. We are defining there. Just in our case, there is a one setting which we need to open to assign the status profile. So here I'll get these status here ready. It is automatically set. If you remember, when we are saying here, we are jumping from 10 to 20. We cannot jump from 10 to 40 directly as per our settings. So if you try to set it, let's say if it is ready and you are saying, let us approve it, system will not allow. System will give you error, status approved is not allowed. So you need to go in the way how you have defined the configuration. So to go for that, click on send for approval. Okay, so it is done. Then it will go to manager. Manager will come here, will see system status, and now it's his choice whether he want to reject it or approve it. So if he's saying reject, approved, it is approved. Now you cannot move anywhere because as per our settings we are saying if it is approved means system should be stopped there. Okay, so let us not approve it as of now. Okay, or okay, let us approve it. So here you can see the system state, user system status CRTD and user status is APRD. Okay, let me save it. Okay, so details you can see. We are having some business transaction control based on the status. Okay, now just let me know the question, please. I thought that I'll cover today at least proposal, but it takes time. Yes, please, any question?
Rama, that the system user status, you change it to approved from created to approved, but the user status is created. You see that?
Yes, so here we have to check this thing here. Go to specify profile. Okay, so what was that? An approved, released. It should be set released. But it couldn't, right?
Basically, when performed release, then only it will go for approval. I think based on user status, system status won't change. Based on the system status, release status, user status will change.
You're true. You're true. Yeah. I'm taking. I have to go here to status to set. Then only it will be set here. Correct. So I'll cover it in next session. I'll start from the same point. I'll explain how you can define it. Okay, here how you can set the system status based on that, how user status will be influenced. Okay, and then we will go forward. Okay, so do one thing, you at least please keep doing your practice in system. Okay, and whatever the questions you are having, we will go with the process first, then we will try to put all the questions. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, Rama.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Rama.